There's no place to go, but he's going to try and go. There he goes. He's going to go right around the officers.
Welcome to Viral Twist. She wasn't in a hurry, just driving like it's a normal day, except with 10 police cars behind her. Cops thought it's a chase. She thought it's a road trip.
Now on a high-speed chase, which is going on. This is the northeast side of town. You can see that vehicle right there. It's a sedan. It's being followed and surrounded by several police officers. It's the Houston police, as well as the county is out there. They have been on this guy for probably the last 10 to 15 minutes or so, and he just does not want to stop. The question is, what is his plan and what does he want to do? I don't know whether we have Don Armstrong and Live in Sky Eye. Not sure who is up there, but once I get word on who is up there, they can give us a little bit further word as well. Okay, Don, yeah, what can you tell us? I mean, as I've been watching this, it's just, he's not really going at a super high rate of speed, but he's certainly moving along at a clip that he clearly doesn't want to stop.
No, does not want to stop. And as you can see, the sheriff's car just joined in on this, mainly being chased by HPD. I think that's the way it started. We're coming up here on the Beltway, and as you can see, it looks as though that car is going a speed limit, to be honest with you, Hart.
Yeah.
It first was reported as a slow speed chase, but it's neither high nor slow. It looks like it's going the speed limit. We don't know why this car is being stopped or had tried to be stopped and why they are on the run. But obviously, as you can tell, that they're not pulling over for the number of deputies that are behind them, as well as Houston police officers. This is, as you mentioned, going on now for about 10, 15 minutes. And the one point just before you came to us, that HPD car pulled up next to it. And then this particular car, it looks like a silver Volvo, if I'm not mistaken, actually tried to, I wouldn't say sideswipe it, but moved over into the lane that the police car was in. So they backed off. But as you can see, other cars, other police vehicles are up ahead of them and behind them. So they're obviously not going to lose this chase.
He just doesn't want to stop. You know that there are going to be problems, people on and off the freeway. And what they always attempt to do is just try and clear a way, make a path for the person so that he doesn't bump into anyone.
Well, you know, it's amazing that at this time of the afternoon, at the beginning of the afternoon rush, that there aren't many other cars on the freeway headed outbound to begin with. So, and based on the speed of the car, you can tell that it's just not a problem. There is somewhat of a backup behind it because it is going slower than the rest of the freeway traffic. Because as you know, most of Houston freeway traffic doesn't mind the speed limit anyway. Yeah,
and they just passed the North Beltway, by the way. There's that was all the interchange, which you saw before that as you were on a wide shot. That was the northbound Beltway. So here they continue to move. And if at this point they're going to be reaching Kingwood soon, you know, and who knows how long he's going to stay on this freeway. But he doesn't seem to be interested in making any exit.
I'm not quite sure why they allow this to continue. And why not do the pit maneuver on it? I understand that state law has changed and in some cases that is allowed now. But it certainly is annoying that all of the traffic is backed up, and this is going to be a scene, as you know, when this finally comes to an end. And it just really puts a crimp in the afternoon drop.
Well, and they certainly had opportunity to do it, Don, as we watched the Houston Police Department as well as the county. They had surrounded this vehicle. They were right there on the side of it, and they could have easily done a pit maneuver because no one was in front. But apparently they just have to be very, very careful, especially at speeds when they're traveling at 60 miles an hour or higher. You know, you could cause a rollover if you're doing a pit maneuver.
And not as we know so far, Art. It just appears as that we're doing the speed limit in lane number 2, and we are headed northbound out of town, headed up to East Texas on the East Texas Freeway.
Yeah, I don't know what this guy's thinking. You know, maybe he just thinks he's just out on a Sunday drive, and he's not aware of police around him. But he has to be running for some reason. We don't know why. We're trying to gather that information. As soon as we do, we have our desk here.
A moment ago, the Department of Public Safety cruiser really flew past this car to try to get ahead of him. One of the issues here is the fact that if they're not going to do the pit maneuver, so are they going to place out spike strips? Well, if that's the case, they're going to have to clear the freeway so that officer can go ahead and lay out spike strips and somehow maneuver all of the traffic into one area where not everybody gets affected by the spike strips and only the person that's being pursued. We just don't know how this is going to play out. I mean, this could go on for miles the way it's looking right now.
Is that we are hearing from the Chambers County Sheriff. This has been going on 20 to 25 minutes. This started as a traffic stop. No crime was committed, but they believe there is the possibility of that driver being impaired. Now, as we've been watching this particular part of the chase anyway, we haven't seen a lot of signs of that. Not a lot of erratic driving. This is definitely a driver that's staying in their lanes, but they have reason to believe that that driver may be impaired. So
let's see what he does here. He's going off to the side. They've stopped traffic. He's just going to go right through there. They've probably forced him through an area where they had, did you see that, Don? It looks like spike strips through the entire street.
That's what we're guessing.
Yeah, they had several
I was
of
not
them.
able to confirm that. You know, the other thing too, Art, that I might want to mention is the fact that you don't know anything about this driver. This driver could be armed, and we have to approach it just that way, that you just don't know at this point exactly what's going to happen.
And it looks like it's slowing down.
Car,
yeah, his vehicle is, all his tires are blown at this point. So let's see what he does. He's clearly off to the shoulder.
almost at a stop, but then they kept rolling sort of at the last second there. But we do believe that those tires are probably flat because the slowdown happened right after we believe they drove over some spike strips. I know that you've got to sort of get positioned over all of these different overpasses here in this spot.
Let's see what this person does behind the wheel. But clearly those wheels are, it looks like they're flat. So the tires will start ripping up here. They'll start shredding soon, and he'll be on his rims or his wheels once those tires shred. So let's see what he continues to do. But there's opportunity to do something here. Go ahead.
To bring him to a stop.
Yeah. Looks like they may try and box him in here. Let's see if they have a vehicle up ahead. They're right there on the side of him. They could probably, just, who knows, rolling down the window and trying to talk to him. I don't know. Let's see what's happening here.
I suppose if they feel like they don't need to get in an accident, there's probably no reason to. So they are probably wanting to make sure that this person does not exit the freeway. On the freeway, you're kind of trapped up there. There's retaining walls, but it looks like he's going to go for the exit, perhaps.
Look at the big pickup they have there. It has that front end grill. That's like almost a ramming vehicle. Yeah. They have it all prepared.
Yeah, that was Kingwood Drive that we just saw, right?
Yeah. They're getting ready to exit here. If that's the Kingwood outlet stores right there on the side. So they have it blocked. They're going to stop him. They have the guns drawn. They're telling him, they're yelling at him right now. You can see with their motion of their hand.
And this person is totally surrounded at this point.
Yeah.
Multiple officers, multiple agencies surrounding.
There's no place to go, but he's going to try and go. There he goes. He's going to go right around the officers. That was attempt number 1 to stop him. Actually, number 2, because the spike strips certainly didn't work.
Getting off of the East Tex Freeway at Kingwood Drive exit, as we saw, they are still really staying close to him, trying to get him to pull over.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Oh, okay. All right. Now this is where stupidity really comes into play here. Now he has reversed his position on the feeder, but there are so many officers around him. Ooh, they
finding ways through.
I think they missed a chance. They probably could have put that vehicle right there in front and stopped him, but he is going now the opposite direction on the feeder. He's clearly blocked by all of those other vehicles. No chance. Now he's going into the outlet store, area right there. This is off of Kingwood Boulevard, right there, just off the feeder.
Yeah, this is obviously a spot where we're going to find plenty of other people, plenty of vehicles parked. And so, you certainly hope that people get the word that there's something going down and they need to stay inside and stay safe until this comes to an end, because, the officers are specifically not, engaging him with their vehicles. They're not causing accidents. Yeah. They're just trying to let this peacefully play out. But it also looks like there's some employees out there at this U-Haul location that are probably sort of unaware of what's going on.
There they have. They've come out with, they're trying to open the door. Now